Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to be talking about interior architectural rendering. So when you 3D download models or you look in on architectural renders, you see that sometimes, not all of the times, but enough times, the model doesn't have this part. They're done sort of like this. And you may think, well, why is that? Well, because mostly rendering filament in light bulbs gets hard when you want to get realistic effect. And this is the way that I bypass this problem. So I have this ceiling light. Now you can see that I have here my glass. I'm just going to hide it in the editor view. And I have this nice filament. Now what we're going to do is we give this filament a lighting material, something simple. Actually, I'm just going to take the light down to 9. But we're not going to use this material to generate our shadows, our lighting. Because what happens is, let me just turn off this light. Actually, let me let it on. I'm just gonna show a render, how it looks. Okay, so now this is kind of how it looks. We can see the filament, we can see the light, come on, lighting our way, giving us some nice shadows right here, and everything looks almost how it should. But let's say I stop my light. How much do I need to increase the light? Yeah, we can already see that it's a lot darker. How much do I need to increase the light here for it to be the same way? Let me just, I don't know, 1500. Yeah, we can see that it's not the same. Let's say, I don't know, 15,000. Yeah, we're starting to get there as intensity, but what can we see? It completely destroyed our filament. We can stop the bloom, but again, it doesn't look the same. So why shouldn't you use this? Because if you look here, the results kind of look almost the same. Well, the problem with material lighting is that it's way less resolution than the lighting object, because the lighting object is a proprietary item that was made. It had every angle calculated. That's why when you go here and you want to choose a shape, you see that there are only 3 shapes. That's because when you make a lighting object, every shape needs to be calculated, needs to be made so you can scale it, modify it. So for them to bypass this, when they integrated the material lighting, it's a less quality lighting. So it goes easier on the rendering process if you have, let's say, I don't know, a really complex shape, like a line here that goes down, up, and you need to light it up. But it's still way slower to render using the light material. So the lighting object is really way better optimized. It gives better shadows and better details overall. I'm just gonna go back to 10 or 9. Just gonna open my material light. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so something more that you can do is if we look here, well, you can say that this looks almost perfect. But what if we go material properties and we disable emit light? Because when you make a new material light, I think I disabled it by by choice of habit, but it usually comes up like this, and it emits light. You can use it as a light, but we can just say don't emit the light because we have the material, the light object, which does a way better job, renders way faster, and this assures us that this material isn't gonna add to the render time. And believe me, when you have a huge room with 10 or 9 chandeliers that each have like 12 light bulbs, it impacts your rendering time a lot. So now we still get this nice effect, we still get the good lighting, and maybe we can shave off a couple of minutes on our render times. So, this is all I have to show you. Thanks for listening and have a good one.